A game. That's all that Minecraft really is, and since a game is only as good as the code behind it, over the years players have found some really unbelievable ways to completely break Minecraft. Everything from infinite items, rigging enchanting tables and lightning, to straight up immortality. So today I'll be showcasing some of the craziest exploits that have ever been discovered in the game, and what can happen when you truly break the limits of Minecraft. And really quickly, I just want to add that if you are already subscribed, then thank you so much. At the time you're watching this, I probably hit 1 million subscribers just a few weeks ago, which is absolutely insane. I really do appreciate everyone that has subscribed, and if you haven't yet, then please consider doing so. I promise you won't regret it. But that said, thank you once again. Let's get right into it, and I hope you enjoy. Ever wanted to have infinite items in Minecraft? Well, that's essentially what this exploit does. By using this massive chunk of rails known as an update suppressor, as well as this handy contraption with a comparator, we can create something called shadow items. It's pretty much two groups of items that are linked together. So when I throw an item from my inventory, an item gets thrown out of this hopper, and even cooler, it works the other way around. If you hook it up to a storage system, you'll have infinitely refilling stacks of items, so you never run out of the resources you need, and vice versa. You can set up your items into a hopper that'll automatically drain your goods into a storage system, allowing you to mine for years without your inventory ever filling up. You can even use item shadowing as a form of remote control, and when you drop a certain item, the corresponding stack back at home base can trigger an ender pearl stasis chamber and teleport you back from anywhere in the world. It's a really neat trick, and if you want to learn how to do it, I've left a link to 2 videos by Process and Fallen Breath in the description, so go check them out. But even if you had infinite supplies, you could never really control luck. I mean, no matter how good you are at the game, luck and RNG is something that you can't really harness. You can't per se force an enchanting table to give you certain enchantments, or place lava to summon lightning in survival. Or can you? Yes, you can. And it's just as cool as it sounds. Developed by Earth Computer and showcased by him and Ray's Works, is a way to crack an enchanting table, or give you the perfect enchantments every single time. And you can control it in survival. The way this works is that the randomness of an enchanting table is determined by 2 numbers, the XP RNG and the player RNG. Both have their own respective seed or starting number, and if we know these seeds, we can figure out what enchantments we're gonna get and how to get them. Problem is, there's over 4.3 billion possible seeds, and there are plenty of things that are constantly changing them. Sprinting, eating, using mending, logging out, changing dimensions, dropping items, the list is endless. But we can use this to our advantage. By taking a look at the numbers of levels required for an enchanting table and plugging it into this really helpful tool by Earth Computer, it is possible to find the XP and player seeds. With that information, all you need is to drop some items out of your inventory, and boom, the perfect enchantments for your tools. Just tell the program what you want, and it will give you detailed instructions on exactly what you need to do to get those enchantments guaranteed. How much lapis you need, how many levels, and how many bookshelves. It's super user-friendly and takes like 3 minutes to do. Isn't that just incredible? And you can do the same thing, but with lightning. By loading certain chunks at just the right time, members of the Prototech server were able to create a working lightning farm, and by association, a skeleton horseman farm. From there, they were able to gather some of the most broken items in the game, like a Protection 8 helmet. But I digress. They were able to control the weather by placing lava and loading chunks in a way that would periodically update the world random seed, which is responsible for weather, and they did so in a way that made the game think it should summon a lightning bolt at a precise location, over and over again. Granted, now we have lightning rods, but let's be honest, this is way cooler. Using specially made tools, you can also predict and control droppers. Pretty much the most common randomizers in Minecraft all revolve around a dropper spitting out a random item, and if you use this tool designed by Bolan, you can actually crack that randomness and guess with 100% accuracy what the dropper will spit out next. It's a really awesome party trick that still works to this day. Another really interesting way to destroy Minecraft is to set certain numbers past their limits. Most things in Minecraft have a pre-coded limit, but using very basic techniques, you can actually go way beyond this. For example, using certain tools, you can teleport over 2 billion blocks out, in which case world generation completely dies out and Minecraft just doesn't know what to do anymore. If you take this to smaller lengths, things like entities and shadows start distorting and stretching out. But instead of distance, you can also edit your options file to stretch out your field of view. By stretching your FOV to numbers nearing 180 degrees, the entire world completely zooms out and makes the game nearly unplayable. Similarly, you can do the same thing but with the lighting engine. By setting the gamma value past the 32-bit integer limit, all sorts of shadows and lighting effects completely break down, giving you pitch black worlds, glow in the dark, and black lava, some things I'm willing to bet you probably never thought you'd see. Now, because this video is essentially 20 things Wi-Fi finds interesting and wants you to know about, it definitely wouldn't be right to leave out some of the most game-breaking seeds. And by game-breaking, I of course mean bedrock breaking. For some reason, every structure in Minecraft feels the need to assert dominance over bedrock, and they're doing so in the best way possible. For instance, in this Bedrock Edition world showcased by IBX Toycat, there is an igloo that outright builds you a ladder down to the void. There's also this ruined portal seed that breaks bedrock 23 times, 24 counting the version. And you thought the nether roof was safe? Wrong. Just like the overworld, you used to be able to find fossils penetrating the bedrock roof into the nether. Just like this seed on Java, giving you a nice, easy way up. But this isn't the only way that seeds have been broken before. In fact, there are tons of other messed up seeds that seem to break all Minecraft logic. You might have heard of these ones, but they're still so awesome, and those are repeating cave seeds. There are certain seeds that repeat the same cave pattern over and over again all the way to the border, and this seed over here, well, it repeats mine shafts forever. And wait, you thought your Minecraft world was unique? Well, there's a 1 in 23 billion chance that it isn't. Sister seeds are two worlds that have different seeds, different biomes, but the exact same structure and cave generation. And in cases where the biomes overlap, their features are freakishly similar. Out of 2 to the 48 possible seeds, there are 65,536 total sister seeds. And if you want a seed that has the exact same biomes as another seed, well, those exist too and are called shadow seeds. But perhaps nothing is as cool as immortality. I mean, the power to never worry about death in Minecraft is certainly an incredible idea, but it's not just an idea. In slightly outdated versions of the game, you used to be able to perform what is known as a desync glitch. A desync glitch involves spamming in and out of a boat and tricking the server you're playing on into thinking you're still inside. This allows you to do all sorts of dangerous stunts without actually worrying about taking damage. And the best part is, if you press shift, you can teleport right back to the boat. Any block you place in this limbo state becomes a ghost block that's only visible to you, which grants you the power of levitating before people's very eyes. However, there's one other immortality glitch that's even more fascinating. 2B2T's Immortality Machine. On the off chance you don't know, 2B2T is an anarchy server, the oldest one actually, which means it has no rules, and as a result, its players have the freedom to do pretty much whatever they want. That being said, one of the only punishable offenses on the server is building a lag machine, a giant redstone contraption that's only goal is to lag out and break the server. And of course, some players did it anyway. But all didn't go as planned. Instead of the server crashing, somewhat of the opposite happened. The players directly underneath this redstone behemoth had their hitboxes stripped away. A hitbox is the place where you can get hit, and the server, being under so much stress, straight up removed the hitbox of anyone nearby, granting them immortality. The machine was eventually destroyed by the admin of the server, and its mysterious effects were never able to be recreated, leaving us with the question of what on earth actually happened. On a lighter note, here are some quick but awesome glitches. In 1.8.9, by looking at a sideways anvil, you can actually change the collision box of every anvil in a world, allowing you to phase through walls like this. What appears to be a solid wall of anvils actually becomes larger when you look at one facing in a different direction, putting you inside the wall and allowing you to go through. By building an end portal and putting the north and south frames facing outwards and the east and west frames facing inwards, the portal will light to the side. If you put stacks of bottles in a brewing stand and pick them up one by one, you can actually bypass the stacking limit and go all the way up to 2 billion bottles. Don't believe me? Try it out. If you place blocks while falling at just the right moment, you can actually cancel all fall damage. This is because you are tricking the game into thinking that you're stepping instead of falling. And obviously, because you don't take damage when you're stepping onto another block, all fall damage is cancelled. Although this doesn't work in new versions, so don't test it out. There's also this random bug where if you give yourself jump boost 255 in older versions and jump, it'll be perfectly normal. However, if you then walk into fire, you'll be shot straight into the stratosphere. If you push yourself into an end portal using a piston, it will actually teleport you into the end at the chords of the stronghold. So in essence, you can completely skip the dragon fight, loot the end cities, put the gear in your ender chest, and come back to fight the dragon with an elytra. Just be sure to get some pearls and a potion of slow falling before you hop in, otherwise it won't end too well. Trust me. I know. And finally, on the off chance that a mob spawner tries to generate on a chest, like in the case of this double dungeon, its data will reset into a pig spawner, making it one of the rarest blocks in the whole game. Which is why it's all the more amazing that this chest that tried to spawn on a buried treasure actually turned into a quintuple pig spawner. Now that's a good food farm. And the final thing I want to leave you off with is AI. AI in Minecraft is at an all-time high, and the opportunities opening up are endless. From world record TAS speedruns to insane TAS flexing to TAS friends, the tool-assisted Minecraft videos are perhaps some of the coolest things in the whole game. Not to mention the MineRL Project that is straight up developing robots that can learn to play Minecraft like a normal player. If that doesn't impress you, I don't know what will. Actually, I do, and it's this. People making real CPU cores in Minecraft. Things that are able to run legitimate programs like Tetris, Snake, that one ping pong game, and straight up work as a graphing calculator. That's nuts. That's actually insane. But okay, you stuck around to the end, meaning you're really into glitches and exploits. And this one is one of the strangest. If anything, it's actually one of the deadliest bugs in the whole game. There's this glitch going around where YouTube randomly unsubscribes you, so even if you think you're subscribed, then just check the subscribe button. And if you aren't, then please consider doing so. I'd love to see how far we can get before the year ends, and every bit of help does go a long way. So thank you so much for watching, thank you to the moon and back for 1 million, that's absolutely awesome, and peace out, have a good one, I'll see you next time.